Hello, I'm Dan McKinnon. I'm going to take a few minutes now to introduce you to the Courtship sales system. It's a common sense approach to relationship selling. First thing is, who sells? And when you think about it, we all do it all the time. Simply put, selling is personified persuasion. But how is it that sales is really like the process of courtship? Really like dating or getting someone new to be interested in you? Well, what we do is we follow the basic advertising and marketing formula called AIDA. What you want to do is get their attention, you want to build an interest, you want to build a desire for them to be with you or to have your product, and then you need action. You need a call to action to get them to take the product, take the service, and be happy with what they have. First, let's start with attention. How do we do that? Well, some of the usual and typical ways that you see in many parts of the world and many advertisements and that is you introduce newness. That we've all seen on TV and that before. Another way to get their attention is you introduce urgency. That's another good way. Third, another way is you say to them, you say, I know someone who you know. That's the referral. And so if they know that you know someone they know, they're more likely to pay a little bit of attention to you. Or if you're out in public, if you're out meeting people and talking to people, stand up to be seen and speak up to be heard. You'll get attention that way. Next, what you need to do is you need to build interest. And the fastest and the quickest and the best way to build interest with another person is really to attend to them. And how do we all attend to other people? The most sincere, the most felt way to attend to another person is to listen to them. You've got to love to listen. You've got to love to listen to the person you're selling and hear what it is that they're saying about their needs. First, you've got to seek to understand and then seek to be understood. That's how you build the interest. Third is desire. How do you get them to want to be with you and to want to have your product? The way you do that is through what's called a quest for questions. Is you use questions to scan the facts. Or another way of saying it is questions become a facts scan. You're trying to find out what the gaps are and what the needs are and what it is that is a unique sales proposition or a problem-oriented proposition that you could use to match to those unique gaps and needs. You want to fill in those gaps with your benefits from your product or your service. And fourth is the action step. You've got to call to action. You've got to say to them eventually, I want the order, I need the order, I've got these, you've got these needs, I've got these benefits, let's match them together. And remember, always remember, what moves a client, what moves a customer is not their cognitions and it's not their thinking, it's their emotion. That's why people buy, and that's how people buy, is with emotion. You can give them the cognitions and the facts, but what will move them, or as you think about it, emotion is motion, and that moves them towards getting your product and getting your order. You can ask for the order by proposing an either-or question, or just be assumptive and say, well, it sounds like we're ready to move on. Or how about, would you like to have a trial with these products for the time being, and I'll check back with you in a few days. Or back to the either-or, would you like the product in red or blue? Would you like the product on Monday or Friday? And that way, what will happen is the client will have a chance to think things through, and they'll either say yes or they'll say no. They might object. But the key to objections, and what's so much fun about objections, is that really an objection is a secret problem. It's a secret problem seeking solution. As soon as the client or a customer says no, really, if you reframe that in your mind, a no with an N-O is really a no with a K-N-O-W. They need to know some more from you. And that's when the selling really starts. That's when you begin to move them. Just moving them through that secret problem with your secret solution. And then the bigger picture, the key to developing this relationship is to, at first, you're with a person you hardly know at all, just like in dating, just like in a courtship. That person's called a suspect. Then, after you've worked them through the AIDA formula, and you've met with them and talked to them a bit, they become a prospect. They're a little closer to having a relationship. They're a little closer in the courtship process. Next, what happens is you move them through the AIDA formula and they become a customer. They actually try out your products and goods. They give you a chance. Now you've got a customer, but then the selling just begins. You want to broaden and build and go further with that so that they buy more of your business. And when they buy more of your business on a regular basis, they're called a client. And eventually, after you've dealt with someone and fulfilled their needs on a regular basis, it's almost like a marriage, really. They become a confidant. Whenever they need something in your particular area, whenever they're researching, they come to you for the answers, long before they go out there and search for another salesperson. So the whole idea with the attention, the interest, the desire, and the action of the courtship sales process is to move people from suspects to prospects to customers to clients to confidants. And remember, you will sell as you are. You see as you are, and you will sell as you are. You've got to listen and dare to care, and most of all, you've got to have enthusiasm. The last 4 letters are IASM, of enthusiasm, and that means I am sold myself. People buy with passion. People buy with emotion. Thank you. We'll see you next time.